Broadcasting to you live from the Orion Spiral Arm of the Milky Way Galaxy, the solar system, planet Earth, North America, the United States of America, somewhere outside of a sad Columbus, Ohio, because the Miami Hurricanes whooped us by 10. We missed a field goal and just didn't look great all night. My name's Brian Engelman. Today is New Year's Day, Thursday, January 1st, 2025. And this right here, the thing that you are watching, oh yes, the thing that you have found today, well, it has a name, and it is called Strictly Football here on the New American Media. We're going to talk about Week 18. It is the final week in the NFL. There are two games that are going to determine two spots in the playoffs, and then we are going to reseed everything and get everything squared away for the postseason in the NFL. So buckle up. Strictly Football starts right now.
Hi, this is Eric Metcalf, and you're watching Unhappy Hour.
New American Media is proud to present a division of the Unhappy Hour sports show, Strictly Football.
It's the Unhappy Hour.
Thank you all so much for being here. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, share the show with a friend. Season 2, episode 23. We love talking about football, so let's bring in the crew. Here's Mr. Mike Bara. Mike, happy to have you. How you doing today, sir? Happy New Year.
I'm doing better than the state of Ohio's doing today. You got the Bengals, you got the Browns, and you got Ohio State, and none of you are playing football this weekend.
It's brutal, dude. Brutal.
Well, I mean, you're playing football this weekend.
I mean, we're playing, but it doesn't matter. All that happens is we win, and it hurts our draft position, although the Browns are kind of seemingly locked where they are. But did you happen to catch the game last night?
I caught quite a bit of it in the corner. I was actually watching Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, extended edition, trying to get through that for Christmas. It's a Christmas tradition. I did not make it. But I did watch the game out of the corner of my eye, and it seemed like, Miami just was very surprisingly strong.
They were good.
And can't say anything more about it than that. It's just
Indiana and Miami both looked like strong teams with some really good players.
So that's probably who's going to end up in the championship final, unless they're in the same bracket. I don't think are they in the same bracket?
I don't know. I'll have to pull up the bracket, but as of right now, it looks like Oregon. They're up 16-0 over Texas Tech with just a minute and a half left. So that appears to be over. So far, not a single team in this new setup that had a bye week has won. Everybody that took extra time off, they're rusty. Rest versus rust. So we'll have that conversation as it applies to the NFL as well. Jim Mitchell, thanks for joining us today. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, sports fans. How are you doing?
I love the counterbalance to my over-the-top everything. Good afternoon, sports fans.
Sports fans.
It's going to be a bad week, guys.
Oh, goodness. Well, for the Buckeyes, it is.
Keep your money in your pockets. But I just got to say, Mike's already spent his last $20. So
yeah.
Yes,
but if I get lucky, I will have money to bet in the playoffs.
Playoffs. I took a screenshot of that too, Mike, so I wouldn't forget.
Okay.
And Ez'Ryel Pickens joins us. Yeah, we were texting. You were pulling some garbage saying you were rooting for the Miami Hurricanes because what? Because your high school has your high school logo is a hurricane in Los Angeles. Why?
I don't know. High schools around the country, they use logos from NFL and college teams. So, and plus, I was rooting for them last year too when they had Cam Ward.
Yeah,
and they came out. I mean, that D-line is something special.
Yeah.
Are you accusing Izzy of being a state traitor?
Ooh.
State traitor? He's a traitor to the state of Ohio. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
That would be like me rooting against the Mariners in the World Series for the Dodgers.
well, except you lived out there. Izzy never lived out in Ohio. He's a California guy through and through.
Okay, well then there's nothing wrong with what he did.
I'm assuming that he's never lived in Dallas either,
Oh, good point.
or even Irving, Texas.
Good point. Yeah, this thing is almost done. Oregon's about to win Texas Tech. Izzy, what did you think of the game? I know you watched it with me, going, "What the heck? What's happening?" And any thoughts on Oregon before we jump into the NFL?
Yeah, from Oregon, they're going to play the winner of Indiana versus Alabama, and the winner of Ole Miss and Georgia is going to play Miami. So, I mean, it's a fault win by Oregon, to be honest. But yeah, last night's game was sealed after that pick six.
Oh, that was good coaching.
Wow, pick
I mean,
six.
they jumped the route and just took it to the house. Yeah, they got a 10-point win, and Carson Beck, man, don't sleep on him. He gets the job done. And
I think he broke a record for most completions in a row in a college football playoff
I'm sorry, did you say
through multiple games.
a college football what? You were saying a
What's
college football
Playoff?
Playoffs?
You said what?
Playoffs?
Why were you going to talk?
me?
Are you kidding?
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
I just hope the Buckeyes can win a game. I mean, my God, we're 0-2. We lost to Indiana. We lost to this team just now, the Hurricanes, and now it's just it's chaos. It's chaos, I tell you.
I have that routine down better than I have some of the dialogue from the original Star Trek episodes. Like it just comes out of my mouth. I just instantly
Playoffs.
playoffs.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and switch from that little clip there. I was also playing a Simpsons Krusty Doll set to evil clip on the TNAM Daily Show. Yeah, we love these regular clips that work their way into the program. Let's maybe bounce over to the NFL and start kind of looking at the games. Do we want to start with Jim's list?
Yes.
I see it is listed here. Mike, has this been tweeted out on the places? Where can we find this list?
This is out on my Twitter, Mike Bara 333, and actually it's seahawkboymikeb on Twitter. So that's where you can actually find.
I do want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
So leading up to the game, the division rivalry between the Panthers and the Bucks. Say if the Bucks do win out, the game after the Saints versus Falcons can get the Panthers into the playoffs because it'll be a 3-way tie between the Falcons, Bucks, and Panthers. Mm-hmm. So even if the Panthers end up losing, the Falcons can still win, and the Panthers can get the playoff spot.
Wait, the Falcons can get
Falcons can't make the playoffs.
No. I'm saying the Falcons can win, and the Panthers will get the playoff spot regardless if they win or lose.
If the Falcons, holy, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not just win and you're in. It's win and don't let the Falcons win. But now Chris Olave's out with the blood clot, by the way. So So the Panthers can win and they'll make the playoffs no matter what. But if they lose, the Bucks have to bank on the Saints beating the Falcons to make the playoffs. And if they don't, then the Panthers will make the playoffs. Yeah, that is a very important distinction. I think when we did our last show, I just said it's win and you're in, but it's more complicated than that. So
yeah.
Has anybody got the playoff picture up here?
I'm
right
trying
now
to find the best one. They're all kind of shitty. Let me find a good one. We had a good one. NFL playoff. Sure.
I haven't broken down by.
As far as the NFC is concerned, the Panthers are 8-8, and the Buccaneers are 7-9. So if the Buccaneers win over the Panthers, I think they've got the tie break.
I double checked with Grok, and they said that if the Falcons win, that knocks the Bucks out. Even if the Bucks beat them head up.
Okay, so if the Falcons win, they're 8-9. If the Buccaneers win, they're 8-9, and the Panthers are 8-9.
Yeah, and the Panthers own the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm showing it right now.
Yeah.
Let's see where we can find it.
Yeah, I show the Falcons are eliminated. They don't have a shot.
No, they're eliminated, but with the Panthers would win the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Even though they're eliminated, if the Bucks beat the Panthers, then and the Falcons win that game, then the Panthers still make the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was unaware of
So,
that.
so they have a second chance if they lose.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
I did
find.
not know that. So the Falcons game is relevant too.
That's even more of a reason not to bet that game.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Jim, why don't you jump into this one and kind of walk us through it? We've also made sure to just send this out on our X feed. Make sure you're following Strictly Football on X. It's at TNAM Football, as well as at the Unhappy Hour _ and American _media _ along with Seahawk Boy Mike B and Mike Bara 333 and Ryel Ez RYELEZ, so that we can follow 3 of the 4 people of the show. We will get a burner account for Jim one of these days.
No,
But
you
until
won't.
then, you have to wait for us to tweet it out on X. All right, Panthers at Buccaneers. What'd you say? Giving 3. Bucks favored by.
This game opened at 3. It's still Buccaneers -3 as of 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
The over/under in this game is opened at 44.5, and it was bet down to 43.5. Temperature at the game is going to be 76 degrees and cloudy. Outdoor game, obviously. Panthers 5-19-1 straight up on the road.
By the way, 74, 76 degrees in Florida in early January is fantastic weather. What a blessing that must be. 76. Whew.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're out of hurricane season after November. But oddly enough, they didn't have any major hurricanes this year, did they?
I'll take it.
Isn't that weird?
For the first time since the Gulf of America throughout its history has been hurricane free throughout its entire history.
Isn't that
1 for 1, baby? We're undefeated.
1 for 1.
And if these trends continue, hey.
The Panthers are 8-13 against the spread on the road. The Buccaneers are 15-7 straight up as a home favorite. They are 5-0 straight up at home versus the Panthers. Interesting number. And even more interesting number, the Buccaneers, the last 11 games are 9-2 straight up. Baker Mayfield is 8-12 against the spread as a favorite since last year.
Yeah, that's that whole Baker Mayfield cycle. He plays well when people are rooting, like they don't expect much out of him or they're talking trash. But then when he starts doing well, then he gets, I don't know, full of himself or cocky, or he loses focus. And it's that whole Baker Mayfield cycle.
He gets cocky. Yeah, he starts to think he can do more than he's athletically.
Let me check my screenshots. Uh-oh. Mike hit this game.
Which one do you got?
I did.
Mike hit this game.
I did hit this game.
Should we tell the public who Mike hit?
I took the Panthers, even though some of the trends are against them.
Now, is that straight up or taking 3?
I took it straight up. Because
he's on the money line. In other words, Mike thinks that the Panthers are going to win the game.
I think the Panthers are going to win the game.
So it's an interesting way Mike constructed this. I had to double take and look at this because the payout is outrageous on a $20 bet.
Yeah.
Mike is getting return on his money is $160.40.
Yeah.
And the whole reason that he's getting that payout is because he's taking the Panthers straight up. He's given the points to the sports book.
Yeah. Well, it was just who do I think is going to win the games, the 3 important games, and I think the Panthers, Seahawks, and Ravens are going to win, and so that's who I bet. And I only gave the points on the Ravens because I got greedy and wanted to.
But this is textbook betting, boys, right here. I don't know if you can see that. As you can see, Mike has put the Monday night game, or not the Monday night game, it's the Sunday night game. There is no Monday night football. Mike put the Sunday night game on here, so he has maximum hedgeability on this. So when he wins his first 2 games, he lays $23 and he cannot lose. He puts $23 on the other side of the Sunday night game. So, in other words, he turned his 3-teamer into a 2-teamer with insurance.
But I didn't really do it with that much intent and
with a maximum payout.
But yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to be sweating the first game.
A master class, if you will.
But that is a textbook bet right there.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I did a textbook bet, a textbook Jim Mitchell bet. But look, I mean, you look at the Buccaneers, the way they've been playing, they're just not good. I realize they're at home. Baker's inconsistent. They're banged up. They still are banged up. And the Panthers, I felt like the Panthers played pretty tough for a half. You know, the Seahawks, it was a 10 a.m. game. And then they kind of cruised more in the second half. And I just think the Panthers, they're an up and down team. And this is their week to be up, right, Izzy?
Hot and cold. Yep. They win one, they lose one. I mean, it fits right into it. So, I mean, I believe they win.
Yeah, I mean, I just think overall they're a bit more balanced than Tampa is, and Tampa's just really struggling. So,
well, of all the games this week, guys, this is going to be one of the more honest ones to bet, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you real quick, key injuries from both teams. Bucks, Baker Mayfield, knee and shoulder, practiced full, expected to play. Offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs with a toe limited. Practice. We're talking about practice, man, not a game. Not a game. We're talking about practice. Questionable for Tristan Wirfs, but trending up. Multiple offensive line and defensive line on IR has been piling up all season. For the Panthers, linebacker Claudine Chirilis, calf ankle, and cornerback Robert Rochelle, concussion, are ruled out. Running back Rico Dowdle, toe. He's a full practice after did not play and should be good. So we shall see what happens there.
Okay, so I mean, what do you guys think about this particular game, Brian? I mean, I guess I haven't really gotten from you what you think's going to happen in this. And
yeah, Bucks are going to win, and it'll be a good win. I mean, they're going to win by 3. That'd be my prediction.
Okay.
That's where I'm at. And of course, I'm the homer. You're never supposed to bet on one of your favorite teams or one of your favorite players. And I make no mistakes, no qualms about it. I don't pretend that I'm not a huge Baker fan. I think he was done dirty by Cleveland, and I'm going to root for him forever. I hope he wins a Super Bowl. Maybe it's this year. Who knows? It's not trending that way. And they've got every tiebreaker seemingly against them this year. But you know what? That's why you root. Maybe you just catch fire and win 4 games in a row like Ryan Day and the Buckeyes did last year to win a championship. You never know. But I think the Bucks have enough firepower to win here, and I'm pretty impressed with how the Panthers have rebuilt themselves, and they've really turned things around down there. And look, the Falcons have had a great second half of the year as well, if we're going to talk about that division. The Saints have been playing better as of late. So, kudos to all of them, really. But I think and I hope the Buccaneers will win. So that's where I'm at.
That is also a early Saturday afternoon game. So the first 2 games on the list here are played Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. Now, is Saturday the first action in this week of NFL? There's nothing earlier, right?
No Thursday game. No Monday game.
All right. So no Friday and no Monday either. Okay. I guess to get ready for the postseason. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at Seahawks Niners. Seahawks are giving 1.5 to the Niners at home.
This game opened at 1.5. As of 15 minutes ago, this game has been bet up to 2. So there is Seahawk money coming in on this game.
I got 1.5. Good for me.
Mike got 1.5. 1.5 is good. 2 is also good as far as betting numbers go. 61 degrees and raining in Santa Clara, which is we keep saying this every week, which is 53 miles south of San Francisco. That's why they're the Santa Clara 49ers. Seahawks are 13-1 straight up. They are 11-3 against the spread on the road. So 13-1 straight up, 11-3 against the spread on the road, which is a big number. Big Clock Brock is 17-7 against the spread at home. The 49ers are 2-3 straight up at home versus the Seahawks, and they are 6-4 the last 10 games straight up against the Seahawks. So in a straight up world, they have the slight advantage over the Seahawks, but this is a different season, different time. They beat the Seahawks earlier this year, didn't they, Mike?
Yeah, it was 17-13, I think, at home. But
one of their 3 losses was to
it was week 1. Both teams feel a lot different now than they were then. I don't think that game is a lot.
So they lost to Santa Clara, they lost to the Rams, and who was the other team?
The Tampa game, which if they played Tampa today, I think they would boat race them. So and 3 games by a grand total of 11 points. I think it is, or 8 points or something like that. So the thing about this game is that a lot of the stats favor the 49ers to a certain extent, but most of those numbers were built in the Pete Carroll, Geno Smith era. They weren't built in the Mike McDonald, Sam Darnold era, which is brand new. So, and one of the things too, Jim, that's really interesting is that I was reading that Brock Purdy has a lot of interceptions against Mike McDonald coach defenses. Like, I think he's underwater, like 3 touchdowns to 8 interceptions between the Ravens 2 years ago game and the Seahawks games that he's played. So
no pun intended about being underwater. Also, he tends not to play well in the rain.
Okay. And that's interesting.
There's like a 90% chance of rain game time.
Yeah. Same thing was going on with Russell in Seattle. There was about a 20% drop off across the board in all of his stats and games in the rain. And the Seahawks at one point in 2019, 2020 were begging him to wear gloves during rain games, and he wouldn't do it. But there was a notable drop off. So some players do have that problem in the rain.
Think it's going to be a lot of McCaffrey up the middle.
It's going to be a razor close game. The 49ers offense against the Seahawks defense, the irresistible force against the immovable object. Who knows which one will break? And the key thing here is Sam Darnold cannot be sloppy with the football. The Seahawks cannot be sloppy with
the under is being bet in this game. It opened at 49.5 and it's been bet down to 48.5.
Yeah.
So people are hitting the under.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, in this game, if you were interested in knowing, there's a heavy list of injuries for the Niners. Trent Williams, left tackle, hamstring, doubtful, a long shot on a short week. Then George Kittle, ankle, limited, but absolutely expecting to play. Running back Christian McCaffrey with back stiffness, trending positive, but monitored. Defensive end Keon White, lower body, groin, limited. Multiple others are dinged, but they've been resilient all year despite the absences. On the Seahawks side, relatively healthier, wide receiver kick returner Rashid Shaheed, concussion, full practice participant trending upward, offensive tackle Josh Jones with knee and ankle injuries, but limited, but expected to play. And wide receiver Cody White went on the IR. So a couple of side stories there.
The key thing that, George Brittle is going to play, but who knows how long George Brittle is going to last. He usually gets injured the first fucking hit he takes. The key thing is McCaffrey, because he did look a little odd, the back stiffness. And that's the kind of thing that you can play through it in a game when you got the adrenaline pumping. And he did continue to play in the game. But it's the kind of thing that can get worse over the course of a week. And if he tightens up or re-injures or something early in that game, that's going to be a real problem for the 49ers. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Something
So
to keep
Mike, if the 49ers win this game, then they win the division. Is that not right?
Yes, they do. And it costs me $550 if the Seahawks do not win. If the Seahawks win, I make $500.
Whoa, that's a
right up there on the wall.
So what you're doing is you're chasing your own bread and not protecting it by betting the Seahawks.
I don't think of it that way. I just, before the season started, usually I go in and bet $100 on the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl and $100 on the Mariners to win the World Series. Just
well, you already won that bet as far as the over/under.
The over/under on the wins, I already won that. That's only a couple $100, but I just bet these things, and I don't look at like what I'm betting this weekend is relevant.
I hate future bets.
Yeah, well, there we are.
Izzy, what say you on this one? The Niners.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take the Seahawks. I mean Brock Purdy. I do remember that Ravens game. It just doesn't seem that well, especially shorter end quarterbacks in the rain. It's already a tough time for them to play with the football, and now the rain's on their side. He's more on the side of Russell Wilson's side. I think he's 6 foot flat. Russell Wilson's somewhere around like 5'10", 11.
5'10".
Yeah. So around there, not your stereotypical QB, but it'll be a lot of CMC. But if Sam Darnold could keep his composure, I think they'll win the game 100%. That's the only problem is I believe the game is in Sam's hands. So
yeah, it's in Sam's hands to win. He doesn't have to win the game, but he can lose the game if he does Sam Darnold stuff. So hang on to the ball, don't throw it away. It's going to be tense. I'm going to be difficult to be around.
Yeah. Unlike usual, when you're
going to be really.
Oh yeah. This game is pizza night. So
I'm going to bring earplugs.
Brian, we're going to send you and Izzy a Greyhound ticket. So
yeah. There you go.
Izzy's right up the road. He's only a few hours away.
Greyhound ticket, and you'll be out here in a month. You'll make it out here.
Yeah, that's true. Kenneth with a nice play on words. Ez'Ryel Pickens. He asked, "Yeah, but who is Ez'Ryel Picken?" Nice wordplay, Kenneth. Well done. All right, let's bounce to the next game here, Captain Jim. What do we got? Saints
at Falcons.
And Falcons are giving 3. Falcons are at home, and the Falcons could spoil even if the Buccaneers win. They need the Falcons to lose.
Right, that's
the playoffs. Crazy.
I'm glad Izzy brought that up because that's an interesting twist to this game. Do the Falcons really want to ruin Baker Mayfield's party if he wins the game, because the Buccaneer Panther game will have been played already.
Yeah.
So the Falcons could just go ahead and nuke their chances if they win this game. This game opened at the Falcons 2.5. It was bet up to 3. So there's money coming in on the Falcons. The Saints are 3-2 straight up versus the Falcons at Atlanta. They're 7-4 straight up versus the Falcons the last 11. The Saints are 5-7 against the spread as a dog. Kirk Cousins this is a strange number. We talk about this every week when he plays in the dome. He's 7-16 indoors straight up. And he came from Minnesota, which was an indoor team also. Teams that play Monday Night Football the week before are 16-17 straight up, and 14-18-1 against the spread the week after. So the Falcons played Monday Night Football against the Rams last week. So they're off a short week.
It's 2 teams that are finishing strong. The Saints are looking good. The Falcons are looking good. The Falcons have won 3 in a row. Don't look now. Wow, man. If I was the Panthers and I lost this game on Saturday, if I was Bryce Young, I'd be calling up Kirk Cousins and saying, I got $1 million in my pocket right here, just dying for you to have a good game.
I don't think Kirk is that guy.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this one, except both of these teams have been playing better as of late, both the Saints and the Falcons. I mean, I think that's fair to say. Izzy, I mean, what do you expect here?
Man, I don't know. I mean, Tyler Shuck, I don't think he's going to put the brakes on for the final game of the season, nor is Kirk Cousins. I mean, if they do play, they're really not playing for anything but to possibly ruin or make the playoff chances for a division rival better. So, I don't know what
it's going to one division rival or the other.
Yeah, or the other. But as far as social media, it seems the Falcons fans and the Panthers fans are teaming up, and the Bucks fans and the Bucks and the Saints fans are teaming up. So
That's
Pretty funny.
Yeah, Falcons are on a 3-game win streak. Saints are on a 4-game win streak. The Saints have a heavy report with 13 injuries reported. Chris Olave, blood clot in his lung, out. It's serious, but detected early. Running back Alvin Kamara, knee, questionable, and he's missed recent games. Multiple others. Tight end Foster Moreau, out with an ankle. Bryson Brees, the defensive tackle, out with a knee. And on the Falcons side, Mike Hughes, ankle, out. Defensive line, Brandon Dorless, hamstring knee, out. Wide receiver Drake London and tight end Kyle Pitts, limited but trending playable, and the defense is missing key pieces. So we'll see for the favored Falcons if they're going to have enough to get it done. I'm obviously pulling for the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints have won 6 games this year, which is, they're kind of hiding in the weeds. And if they beat the Falcons, they end up tying the Falcons in division with 7 wins apiece.
It's nutty.
Yeah.
Nutty.
So this is for me, this is a stay away game. I think every game this week, except maybe 2 games, is a stay away game for me.
You're avoiding them all.
There are 2 games that I do like that I would consider betting.
All right.
Talk about those reasons later.
Is Browns Bengals one of those that you would bet on?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, tell us about it. Browns Bengals. Bengals are giving 7.5. Ooh.
Bengals are giving 7.5. This game opened at 7.5. It is still 7.5. So if there's any money being bet on this game at all, it's even money across the board.
Wow. I'll take the Browns plus 7.5. But once again, you never bet on your favorite teams. But that's just me.
39 degrees and sunny at game time. Browns are 1-6 straight up on the road. They are 1-11 their last 12 road games against the spread. Browns are 1-3 straight up versus the Bengals in Cincinnati. They are 4-5 straight up overall versus the Bengals. The Browns are 13-22 against the spread versus their own division. Joe Burrow is 9-0 straight up week 16 through 18. Joe Burrow is 27-8-1 against the spread versus teams that covered the week before. And Joe Burrow is 10-2 straight up the last 12 games. Favorites of 4 points or more. Again, this number is getting bigger. 93-35-1 straight up. So that's a pretty big number if you like the money line. If I don't like the half, if it goes to 7, I will hit the Bengals. I'll just leave it at that. I don't like the half.
Hate the half. Mike, do you hate the half? What do you think of this one?
Here's the thing about this game is, you might be inclined to bet it, think, this is going to be easy for the Bengals to win and get you might make some money on it. But Joe Burrow has expressed his unhappiness with this situation in Cincinnati. And if he gets so much as a hangnail in that game, if what happens to him happened to Shadur happens to him in this game, he's just gonna sit the game out. So you don't even know if Burrow's gonna be playing the entire game. Now, Flacco could step in. Is Flacco healthy? Do we even know? Is Flacco healthy? He could step in.
I don't see him listed on the report. I'll tell you the report once you're done here.
It makes me scared to bet this game because you just don't know. If Joe Burrow gets a nick, like I said, a hangnail, he'll probably go, well, I think we're going to shut him down for the rest of the game and the rest of the season. So,
well, as far as
I don't want to touch the game.
Injuries here, the Browns have a heavy list. Tight end David Njoku, knee questionable. Rookie tight end Harold Fanon Jr., groin, did not play, or he left the game last week. He's uncertain. Rookie linebacker Carson Schwessinger with a quad and ankle. DNP. He played that whole game. Are they saying they're not saying he's out.
Did not practice.
I guess just did not.
We're talking about practice.
Talking about practice, man. Not a game. Not a game. We're talking about practice. Guard Tevin Jenkins, concussion out. Offensive line Kingsley Agukin, injury, did not practice. Multiple did not practice early week. Bengals running back Chase Brown has an illness. did not practice, but he's being monitored, expected playable. Defensive end Joseph Asai, ankle, did not practice, likely out. DT BJ Hill, ankle, managed. Wide receiver Charlie Jones, ankle, did not practice. Several ankle issues, and 6 did not practice on Wednesday for the Bengals. So those are the ones that I have listed here. So that's what we have. I keep in mind, Myles Garrett is going to be going for the all-time single-season sack record. There are things to play for, and Shedeur is playing for potentially a new head coach, potentially for a new general manager to prove his value. I don't know. I feel like taking the Browns plus 7.5 is an easy call here, but like I said, I have reasons. Izzy, what would you do?
Yeah, I don't know because is Joe Burrow going to play the whole game, and is Joe Flacco going to come in and play like it's his last game in the NFL? And also, Myles Garrett chasing that sack record. Do they want to leave him in for a potential sack? I mean, for him to get taken down on the ground, by either Myles Garrett or anybody on that D line. So, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty hard to figure that out. But Kevin Stefanski, of course, he's going to try to win the game. I mean, it looks better as a head coach if you do win a game. So, I mean, it's a toss-up. So, I'm not that sure.
Yeah, and it's teams that really theoretically have nothing to play for. And
I think Burrow wants to play the whole game, and if I don't necessarily agree with what Mike said. I think if he gets a hangnail, he keeps playing. But it's neither one of these teams are going anywhere. That they don't have anything to play for other than a step up in a draft pick. But I think everything is pretty much solidified. They want to beat the Browns. Yeah, and if you look at 2 of these numbers, those are straight up numbers, the strong numbers, which very, very well means if the Bengals are up by 3, they're going to, and there's a minute and a half to go, they're going to take a knee, and just win the game and walk off, and you're going to lose your bet. So, they're going to have to be up substantial.
Unless Pete Carroll is the coach, in which case they're going to kick a field goal. So
right. They're going to have to be up substantial, going into the fourth quarter, in order for you to feel comfortable if you're taking that side.
Yeah. Well, just week 18, how comfortable can you be about any game, really? And I think that's what you're getting at. You're mostly uncomfortable about most of these matchups, and they're all interdivision, so it's all over the place.
And Burrow's not going to pull a Brett Favre and lay down, and let Strahan get it, get the record against Gastineau. Yeah. We talked about that a couple of days ago.
Yeah, the quarterbacks don't seem to want to be the guy that gets the record sack.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers last week? He was throwing like balls away and stuff, and he was hyped up, not trying to get Myles Garrett to get that sack, even though it was a missed throw. So,
and it wasn't just Aaron Rodgers against the Browns and Myles Garrett. It's because their guy TJ Watt on the Steelers has the record. Like it was like a double layer of. We're not having it happen to our rivals in this game against us, but also we would lose a team record. I mean, they were called out for it. You were more concerned about not losing the sack record than losing the game. Congratulations. Now you got to bet your playoffs start a week early and you might get knocked out.
At least we know if Myles gets the sack record this weekend, he will have earned it. It won't be a bullshit Michael Strahan lay down like a dog Brett Favre thing. So good for them.
Yeah, I think they're still going to do the 17 games to 16 games comparison, of course.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing is we're looking at all these games that are just not important or relevant, and that's one of the side effects of 17 games is that you got all these not important games at the end of it, and it just the NFL was perfect. It's perfect at 32 teams, and it's perfect at 16 games, and I hate the 17th game more than I can tell you. I just hate it, and I don't want to go to 18. What I want is to go back to 16 and have 2 preseason games.
Yeah, they could drop.
That'll never happen.
I think that's a reasonable trade-off. If we get the NFL to drop 1 game, conversely, the NBA needs to drop 21 games off.
Yeah.
But on that token, though, on that same token, if we're talking to the NBA, I would bet you Captain Seattle over there would like his Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Supersonics returned and expand the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No care.
Well, look, the NBA is not the game that it once was, the great game that it once was in the 80s and 90s.
Hey, Mike.
It's not the same game.
Jack Sikma.
Yeah, Jack Sikma. There's no defense anymore. I don't even want to watch it. It's like it's you either dunk or either travel and dunk, or you get a 3-pointer. And you're not even allowed to play perimeter defense anymore. So a lot of guys who were great players, Hall of Fame players in the 80s and 90s, Gary Payton and Dennis Rodman and guys like that, they couldn't even play in the league today because everything they do is illegal. So, and that was because nobody could score anymore. I mean, there were playoff games in the early 2000s, 67-65, an NBA game.
What's that?
Where everybody scored 100 points.
What kind of games?
Playoffs? What are you talking about? Playoffs?
NBA playoffs?
Me?
Right. No,
Playoffs?
He brought it
I
up.
just hope we can win a game.
I hope we win a game too.
So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't get old. I don't know. I don't care if the Sonics come back. I just watch hockey now. I don't understand a thing about hockey, but it's like you say the NBA. It doesn't even look like the NBA to me anymore. I don't know what I'm watching. It's like some weird international college game or something. I don't know.
It has changed. And join us for our new series, Strictly Basketball, coming up.
Yeah, right.
Next week.
Yeah.
Strictly Basketball with the.
Sorry, you got me started and I couldn't stop. Colts Texans.
Yeah. Jim's like, no. I'm good. All right, let's get back to football. Colts and Texans. Texans are wow. Talk about a team that has nothing to play for now. Man, this is the whole division. That whole I'm saying it right. That whole division was the Colts to lose, and they certainly lost it. That is such a stunning 2-month fall from grace. That injury and everything that happened. Texans are now 10.5-point favorites. I would have never thought this a month ago.
I got a funny thing.
Tell us.
I think this is how it goes. Sauce Gardner is the first player to go 1-7 on 2 different teams.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner is the first player to go 1-7 on 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Those are Hall of Fame numbers, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the 2025, 2026 stats that we come up with. Did you know this is the first time on a Thursday after the Beaver Moon that somebody had 3 assists? You're like, what are we even talking about? These are getting rather obscure, but I'll take it. Walk us through what we got here. Colts and Texans.
Colts at Texans. This game opened at Texans minus 10.5. Division game. We're all division games this week. That's one thing the NFL did correctly. I like the fact that they all have to play division. It brings up a lot of scenarios as to what can happen.
I agree, and I love it. Do we all agree and love it? I think it's
a good
fantastic.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, good. We're in agreement.
Texans minus 10.5. The Colts are 8-3 against the spread versus the AFC. Colts are 9-7 against the spread. Texans are 12-5 straight up at home. Texans are 1-3-1 straight up at home versus the Colts. Not great. Texans are 5-5-1 straight up versus the Colts, the last 11. Favorites of 4 points or more are 93-35-1 straight up. This is our first double-digit game. Double-digit favorites are 21-18 against the spread, but they are 38-4 straight up. Double-digit games for you money line degenerates. So you didn't hit this game, Mike, did you?
I did not. I'm just trying to check on the on if there's any effect at all on the Houston Texans playoff seeding to win this game.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that question.
While you two take a look at it, let me tell you about the key injuries. Anthony Richardson, orbital, has not been activated. He's out. Phillip Rivers is done. Rookie Riley Leonard is going to start his first NFL start. Sauce Gardner, calf, has been aggravated, likely limited and out. Defensive line, DeForest Buckner, season ending. multiple death issues from this skid. Texans have a long list of 15 players reported, including wide receiver Nico Collins, status monitored, but he's a key weapon. Overall healthier unit driving this streak, and defense is mostly intact.
Yeah, it looks to me like the Texans have to win this weekend to assure the number 5 seed where they sit right now, because they're 11-5, just like the Chargers, who are a wild card team as well. So let me share this tab. So I would say, Brian, if you can move that over to where I am.
Yes, sir.
If the Texans win and the Jags lose, then they tie.
Yeah, they're tied. Yeah, I was looking at that.
The Jags have the tiebreaker.
Oh, they do?
I believe they do.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
So
I think the Jags have already won the division.
Yeah, doesn't say that there. But the Texans need to win to hang on to the number 5 seed, meaning that they would probably play the winner of the Ravens-Steelers game, who's going to be the Ravens, rather than have to play the Patriots. So the Texans are going to be motivated. The Colts are not. They're sitting Phillip Rivers. They're going with who is it? Riley Leonard. They're backup quarterback.
Yep.
So the Colts are already have all their tickets booked. I mean, a lot of the Colts players are flying straight out of Houston to Cancun as soon as that game is over. So they're on vacation already.
So probably the smart play here would be Texans money line.
Yeah, I wouldn't give 10.5 points in any NFL game because you never know.
No, especially in division. And you know, the way these numbers are stacked, you know, regular season that could go either way, but I don't think the last week in the season is necessarily regular season because there's just too many factors. So
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Let's go to the next one. Titans, Jaguars. Jags are giving, what is that, 12.5?
Yeah, this game opened at 12.5. Actually, this game opened at 11.5 on Monday. This game was bet up to 12.5 right away. As of this morning, this game is now 13.5. 63 degrees and partly cloudy in Jacksonville at game time. So 13.5, big number, division game. Same as the game, same division as the last game we talked about. Titans are 9-24 against the spread. Jaguars are 3-2 straight up at home versus the Titans. Jaguars are 6-4 straight up versus the Titans. Favorites of 4 points or more, 93, 35, and 1 straight up. And double-digit favorites, 21-18 against the spread, and 38-4 straight up. So you got to ask yourself, do you think the Jaguars are going to cover 13.5, and what do they have to benefit by winning this game? If they already have the tiebreaker against the Texans and they've already won the division, do they have a little asterisk by their name, Mike?
I think the Titans should.
Have they won the division?
They have not won the division.
They have not.
I don't think. I'm looking at their.
Shouldn't it show you on Google if you look up NFL standings?
I show that the Jaguars are
12-4.
X and Y. They've clinched the playoffs and they've clinched a wild card.
Yeah, so I have they can clinch the AFC South title. They're likely a number 3 or 4 seed in a home wild card game with a win.
Yeah, they have not clinched the division.
Nope.
They have not, because if the Jags lose and the Texans win, it looks like the Texans then win the division.
Yeah, because the Texans beat them out the last game they played.
Yeah, and I just saw a post that says the Jaguars can be the number 1 seed or they could be the number 7 seed and any spot in between.
That's crazy.
That's wild, but I don't know if that's true. But
either way, I was going to say I highly doubt they're going to lose that game, mainly because the Titans they kind of need a higher draft pick. It's no point of them going out there to win.
Yeah.
To get a lower draft pick at what they're already at, 3-13. So I mean, I don't see them coming out there and winning just for that reason.
Yeah, according to NFL.com, they're both they've both got the XY chromosome, which indicates that they both clinched a playoff, and they've both clinched a wild card if that happens. So, according to that, if the Jaguars win, and consequently this game is played at the same time, the kickoff is 10:01 specific time on Sunday. So they're playing at the same time. So they're going to be watching the monitors and stuff like that. So
key injuries. Titans have a lengthy list of 12 players. Multiple did not practice, include cornerback Jalen Amore Davis, Achilles, safety Amani Hooker, ankle toe, wide receiver Van Jefferson, forearm, edge Arden Key, with a hip, defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons, veteran rest but monitored, and secondary has been battered all year. The Jaguars are healthier overall and improving with minor issues. Offensive tackle Anton Harrison ill, offensive tackle Patrick McCary back, and several did not practice, including Monteric Brown, cornerback with a neck, offensive line Ezra Cleveland shoulder, and dealing with some locker room illness spreading around in the Jaguars locker room, but they're expected to be playable. So keep your eyes peeled on the locker room spreading illness with the Jaguars. So that's all I got. Anybody else?
no.
All right, let's bounce to the next one. Let's switch it to this side. What do we got here? Oh, Packers and Vikings. Minnesota.
Packers and Vikings. This game opened Vikings -5.5. It's been bet up all the way to 7.5, probably because of the Malik Willis injuries. And I don't think Jordan Love is playing.
They're sitting Jordan Love until the postseason.
Okay. Packers, they haven't locked up the division either. That would be the Bears.
Yeah, I believe the Bears have clinched their division. Standings. The Bears.
They clinched the division.
Yeah, they've clinched the division. Yeah, Bears and Eagles. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Packers are 3-3 straight up against the spread versus the Vikings in Minneapolis. So they split. The Packers are 6-6 straight up versus the Vikings. So the last 12 games, these two teams have split. Packers are 20-6 against the spread as a dog of 3 or more points. Packers are 21-8 straight up in December and January, regular season. Vikings, favorites of 4 points or more, are 93-35-1. The Vikings played the Lions last week. Teams that played the Lions are 8-20 straight up and 7-21 against the spread the week after.
Packers are slumping with 3 straight losses blown by the Ravens.
Yeah, you got
Vikings on a 4-game win streak. Go ahead, Mike.
You got the logo over the numbers there.
Oh, there we go. Let me switch.
That's okay.
Full screen.
All right. Yeah, we can kind of. Okay. Yeah. I mean, nobody really has anything to play for, I guess, in this game. I don't think the Packers can move up in the playoff seeding.
Trayvon Diggs did sign with the Packers yesterday.
Yeah, interesting.
So he's joining his boyfriend Parsons out that way.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. So yeah, it looks like the Packers are going to be playing the Bears kind of regardless of whether they win this game or not. So
yeah, the Packers are in the playoffs. They've got, let's see, the Vikings are definitely out.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, Mike. What do they benefit if they win?
Nothing that I understand.
They've got the Packers also have the XY chromosome, X being clinched the playoff and Y clinched wild card.
Yeah.
So they're in the playoff picture, they're the 7th seed. They're at the bottom, so they will more than likely play the better team.
Yeah, they'll play at the Bears. If the Bears get the number 2 seed, they'll play the number 2 seed. That's locked in stone. So Packers have nothing to play for. I think they just rest all their guys. Vikings are playing for pride. But
on a 4-game winning streak as well, you know.
Well, that would explain the point spread swing from 5.5 to 7.5. I mean, it's gone up. The money's on the Vikings.
Just don't bet this game. Just run away from this game at high speed.
Run away. I said take the Packers. Money line.
Run away from this game towards the nearest swimming pool like you were on fire. Okay.
Yep.
Who is going to quarterback for them? They're saying Malik Willis has a shoulder hamstring. He's limited, but they're not saying out. Is Malik Willis going to be the guy?
The thing is, I would sit him. If they have a third quarterback, I would sit him because you don't know for sure that Love is going to play in the playoff game. And you don't know if he's going to last it, if he gets hit in the head again. So if I was the Packers, I'm playing my third string quarterback. If this was the Seahawks, I'm thinking we're looking at the Jalen Milroe debut. In that game.
Well, I don't know how accurate this is, but it says USA Today, Clayton Tune will start at quarterback for the Green Bay Packers on Sunday.
Yeah, I just got that.
Run away from this game like you were on fire.
Clayton Tune.
Who?
What is that? Al Toone's son?
Al Toone could be. Toon could be Al Toone.
Tune. Tune.
Oh, wrong spelling. That's Tommy Tune.
Yeah. All right.
Clayton Tune.
The totally irrelevant Ez'Ryel Pickens Cowboys game.
Cowboys at Giants. Game time temperature 35 degrees and partly cloudy in New Jersey.
All right, pause real quick. One thing that does matter, all these crappy teams with draft seeding, it matters. If there's any way that a Giants can win, a Raiders can win, that can shake up the whole top of the draft next year, the top 10. So that's another thing to pay attention to. Obviously, it doesn't make it more betting, more appealing for a wager, but an extra storyline to pay attention to, I guess.
Well, Jim. Looking at Dallas's record, they could end up 8-8-1. It doesn't do much for their draft status. They're at 14 right now, so they have no, it's not going to affect their draft status. The Giants right now are sitting with the number 2 pick, which, given that the Raiders are probably taking a quarterback, that leaves the best position player to the Giants. Giants got reasons to lose this game. Cowboys don't. I mean, they love to humiliate the NFC East, right? This is a rivalry game. So
yeah, that's part of Jerry's gig. He loves embarrassing his own division. It's very important for Jerry to win those games. That's probably the only thing that I'd be looking at, and the draft status. This game opened at Cowboys 5.5. It's been bet down to Cowboys 3.5. So there's Giants money coming in on this game. Prescott.
Who would be crazy enough to bet on the Giants at this point?
Yeah, Dak Prescott starting as well too.
Yeah.
Put that out there.
Yeah. Well, in the past, there's been a lot of 3-point games between the Cowboys and the Giants, and maybe they don't think the Cowboys are going to play very good in cold weather. It's supposed to be 35 degrees at game time.
You never know with this defense.
I'm wondering where that New York money's coming from. The Giants did end their 9-game losing streak, blowing out the Raiders last week, so they're all excited.
Yeah.
As if beating the Raiders in a blowout is something to be excited for.
Yeah, right. I think we can put a team together and beat the Raiders. But yeah.
Dak Prescott is 21-3 straight up versus his own division. He is 32-14 against the spread versus the NFC East.
Automatic double now as it hops the wall and fell.
My bad. My TV was playing in the background. I didn't know that was going.
What the Frank was that?
Yeah, there's some baseball highlights.
Well done, E.
Yeah.
Cowboys are 4-1 straight up versus the Giants in East Rutherford. The Cowboys are 15-1 straight up versus the Giants. That's a big number. You think Jerry wants to lose that game? The answer is no.
Man.
No. And Dak, Dak seems like he's still got a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. Giants are 8-17 against the spread as a dog. So the side here has got to be the Cowboys.
I think you got to look at this as if this game meant something to the Cowboys. I think they're going to come out and play like it means something to them. And I think they're going to win by a lot more than 3.5. So
yeah, there was a story.
I could see betting the Cowboys.
There was a story yesterday on Cowherd that Jerry actually had a sit down with George Pickens and was discussing his future. So,
and we all know Jerry likes to negotiate contracts without the agent being present.
Yeah, that was a sideline to that. Apparently, the agent wasn't involved. It was just Jerry and George breaking bread. So,
oh, sure it was.
I never knew he did that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did that with that was a big part of the problem with Micah Parsons.
Yeah, he did that with Micah. He kind of cut the agent out, and the agent got all butthurt over it.
Which I can understand. So he's probably sitting down with him and saying, "Look, George, here's how it goes. If you play really hard in this last game and you play really well, you're going to get a contract worth this much, and we're going to put these provisions in there, that we can get out of it if you turn out to be a jerk off. But if you come in here and play with some discipline, we'd like to have you back, and here's what we'll pay you."
Yeah, it's not like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's mama represents him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's going to be discussing NFL announcing jobs, for Lamar when he retires.
Well, and by the way, word is Lamar is playing. Lamar is going to play.
Ooh.
Yeah, we talked about that. They're going to.
Well, we didn't know a couple days ago when I made my bet yesterday or whatever. We didn't know if Lamar was playing. For sure.
Well, I want him to play because I like the other side.
We'll get to that in a minute. Wrapping this one up, they're banged up on the offensive line. The Cowboys, Tyler Guyton moves to the IR. Javonte Williams, running back, shoulder and neck is being monitored. Jake Ferguson has a calf issue. Trayvon Diggs, of course, released. He's up in Green Bay now, and multiple did not practice. The Giants have a lengthy list of 9 players. Wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson has a rib questionable. Multiple illnesses, Edge Abdul Carter, wide receiver Jalen Hyatt, tight end Theo Johnson, DBs Cordale Flott, Javon Holland, knee concussion, and offensive line Evan Neal with a neck. So those are some things to keep in mind on that.
Interesting scheduling, Brian. All the games that we talked about except for the Saturday games, kickoff is at 10:01 Pacific time. The rest of these games, starting with the Jets and the Bills, are kicked off at 13:25. You'll understand 13:25 when you get in the Air Force.
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
No. That would be 1:25 p.m. Pacific.
Oh yeah, 1 o'clock. Yeah.
1:25 p.m. Pacific. So it's a late afternoon game. So if you guys want to do what Mike did, you can take 2 morning games and put any of these afternoon games as your last game, as your hedge game. Win your first 2, and the worst you can do is break even. So on a 3-teamer. Jets and Bills. Bills are a 7.5-point favorite. This game opened at 7.5. It's still 7.5. The over-under is 39.5, and it was bet down to 38.5. So people are hitting the under. 26 degrees and snowing at game time. Both of these are outdoor teams. Jets are 17-32 against the spread on the road. They are 6-6 against the spread as a dog. The Jets are a miserable 1-13 straight up versus teams with a winning record. Tyrod, I imagine Tyrod's going to play.
Tyrod. Yeah.
7-4-1 against the spread. The Bills are 23-7 straight up after a loss, and they lost. They lost because they didn't kick that extra point. Bills are 16-2 straight up at home. They are 12-1 straight up at home in December and January. Bills are 19-17 against the spread. The Bills are 4-0 straight up at home versus the Jets. The Bills are 9-2 straight up the last 11 versus the Jets. Favorites of 4 or more points, 93-35 and 1 tie straight up.
You mentioned what's going on at quarterback there. Josh Allen has a foot injury, did not practice early week, being monitored, might limit snaps if he plays at all. Linebacker Terrell Bernard, calf is out. Multiple did not practice, including edge Joey Bosa, hamstring. Defensive tackle Daquan Jones with the calf. Safety Jordan Poyer, hamstring. Tight end Dalton Kincaid with a knee is limited but trending up. Potential rest for the other banged up starters for the Jets. Running back Breece Hall has a knee, did not practice, questionable. Other running back Isaiah Davis, concussion, did not practice, and there's 10 more on that report. Defensive line Michael Clemens, ankle. Center Joe Tippmann, hip. And very depleted backfield and offensive line. That's why the Bills are favored. What is the line here? 7.5. 7.5 to 11.5. It's been swinging.
It's 7.5. It's been 7.5 all week.
Okay.
Bills are the 7th seed right now. They can go as high as the 5th seed if the Chargers and the Texans lose in front of them. They have something to play for. The Jets are terrible. Bills will play hard and win that game.
Yeah, the Patriots have the Z chromosome by their name, which indicates that they have clinched the division.
Yeah.
The Bills have the XY chromosome.
I love the chromosome talk. Izzy, rest or play them? Are you fighting? How hard? It's still the Jets, but how do you see this shaking out?
It's the Jets.
It is.
You like the Jets?
No.
I think what Izzy's saying is the Jets is the Jets. The Jets is the Jets. Jets are going to do Jets type things.
They are who we thought they were.
Now we let them get away.
The Jets want to secure that 3rd overall pick.
I am just anti-betting the Bills at all.
Anti-Bill.
The Bills have just lost so many critical games this year.
Yeah.
They are not dependable.
Hey, speaking about a team that lost critical games this year, the Lions, who slip out of the postseason. How weird. They're playing the Bears, and the Bears are only favored by 3 points at home. That seems strange to me. That feels bettable to me. What's
this is also a 125 Pacific game. The Bears opened at 2.5. They've been bet up to 3. 32 degrees in Chicago and cloudy. Lions are 45-19 straight up. Lions are 17-15 against the spread. Jared Goff is 22-9 against the spread on the road. The Lions are 16-2 straight up after a loss. The Lions are 14-3 against the spread after a loss. The Lions are 2-2 straight up versus the Bears in Chicago. And they are 6-3 straight up the last 9 versus the Bears. The Bears are 11-3 straight up the last 14 games they've played. Teams that played Santa Clara are 21-38 straight up the week after. So, not interested in betting this game. The Bears have the division locked up. I imagine there's going to be a lot of people sitting in this game, Brian, right?
Right. I mean, who has anything to play for? The Lions, they're out. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's probably out with a knee and ankle. Penei Sewell re-aggravated. He's not practicing. Alex Anzalone, linebacker, concussion protocol. Defensive tackle Aleem McNeil, questionable. A whole bunch of others. Bears are lighter on the report. Wide receiver Rome Odunze did not practice. Rookie wide receiver Luther Burden III limited, but trending up. I mean, I think this is an easy Bears on this one. I just there's nothing.
Interesting number on this. The over/under opened at 49.5. That's a pretty big number, especially for an outdoor miserable cold game. And it's been bet up to 50.5. So people are hitting the over on this.
Bears need to win this game to secure the number 2 seed, which means they play the Packers, 7th seed Packers in round 1. Lions don't have anything to play for except pride. Pun intended.
It is Dan Campbell.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well done. Good wordplay. That's Kenneth worthy.
Yeah.
Well done.
So looks like the Bears in that one, but you never know. You got to think that the Lions have got to just be, again, cold. What did you say the temperature was going to be, Jim?
32 degrees.
Yeah, the Lions are just going to be like, let's just get this game over with, get out of here, and get on the plane to Cancun.
That's what I think. Izzy, you're nodding your head. You seem to agree.
Yeah, I mean, pride, Dan Campbell. He's the head coach. He might want to win the game, shake it up a little bit, but I don't see the Bears not winning this game. So,
all right, let's move on to Chargers Broncos. Broncos are giving up, oh my Lord, 11.5. I mean, these are two very good teams.
Justin Herbert's not playing.
Yeah, Justin Hebert is out.
Izzy is correct. Justin Hebert. Harbaugh made that announcement yesterday or the day before that Justin Hebert will not play.
Well, with that broken hand, I mean, he needs to rest up because it's not getting better. He's getting hit. He's said some weird things about if it's healed, he's re-injured it. Like, they're just not talking about it. I don't know how much more an extra week off is going to give him, but yeah, it's worth it. But man, he's playing pretty battered out there, Jim.
Yeah, Chargers, they are also XY, which means they've clinched a playoff spot. This game actually, guys, this game opened at Chargers. At Broncos 11.5, and it was bet up to 12.5 as of this afternoon.
Yeah.
Broncos, Denver, 66 degrees and sunny, but in Denver, wait 10 minutes and the weather will change. So we never know about the weather in Denver. Chargers are 16-7 against the spread versus the AFC. They are 1-3 straight up versus the Broncos in Denver. Chargers are 5-4 straight up, last 9 versus the Broncos. Chargers are 6-10 straight up versus teams with winning records. The Broncos are 6-10 against the spread this year. They are 11-8 against the spread as a favorite. But the Broncos are 12-1 straight up at home. Bo Nix is 8-4 against the spread as a home favorite. Bo Nix is 10-6 against the spread at home, and he is 13-3 straight up overall at home. Favorites of 4 points or more, 93, 35-1 straight up. Double-digit favorites are 21-18 against the spread and 38-4 straight up.
Okay, so it looks to me like the Chargers have accepted their fate because if they can beat the Broncos, they can stay at the 5 or 6 seed. But if the Jets beat the Bills, they can't be any higher than the 6 seed. So it looks to me like they end up at the 7th seed unless they beat the Broncos. So looks like to me like the Chargers are simply accepted. They're going to be the 7 seed. They're going to play New England. So they're going to treat this game like a mini bye, probably play all their backups, let the Broncos take the win, and prepare and rest their most important players for the New England game in 2 weeks. So that's what it looks like to me. This is shaping up to be with sitting Bara out. I mean, Herbert, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, and by the way, they're saying that Jim Harbaugh is going to be resting most bruised starters.
Yeah.
So like everybody's going to just take this game off. This is and the Broncos have very minor depth issues. Tight end Nate Adkins with the knee, wide receiver Pat Bryant concussion, limited but returning. I mean, that's not even an injury report.
I mean, the way Harbaugh seems to be looking at it is we could put in a massive effort to win this game against the Broncos on the road at Mile High up in the altitude. And if we manage to pull it off, we're going to be all beat up, and we're only going to be 1 seed higher, the 6th seed. And so that's playing on the road in Jacksonville versus on the road at the Patriots. But if we just tank the game and rest all of our main guys, at least we go into New England healthy. And I think looks like that's the way he's approaching it. So,
yeah, if you monitor this game on television, you're probably going to see that this game is going to probably be the first one to be completed.
Yeah. A lot of running. Yeah.
Run the ball.
Yeah, they're going to just look to go home, So, they're both in the playoffs. They got nothing to play for, like Mike said. So, consequently, this game is the second lowest over-under. This game opened at 36.5. It's still 36.5. So I don't think there's a lot of the money coming in on this game was Bronco money, since it went from 11.5 to 12.5. But I don't think there's a lot of actual betting on this game.
Yeah,
when you move a big number like that, I mean, and then usually the money starts going in on both sides, and that's ultimately what the sports books are shooting for, is an even amount of money on both sides of the game.
Yeah,
because either way, they're going to make. If they have an even amount of money, we talked about this before. If they have an even amount of money on both sides of the game, the sports books still make their money because of the juice that they charge. Anything else on this game, guys?
No.
Next game, my son-in-law Dave's Cardinals against the Rams. This is one of the games that I would consider betting, guys. This game opened at 9.5 Rams. It's been bet down to 7.5, which means people are hitting the Cardinals in this game.
Wow.
Over-under was 47.5. The over-under has been bet down to 45.5 in this game. The Rams have played not good the last couple weeks, and they still have clinched a playoff spot. Can they move up at all, Mike, or by winning this game, or does it matter?
If the Rams win this game, they lock up the 5 seed and will play Carolina-Tampa winner. So it is to their advantage to win this game. Also, I mean, you look at it like all the different things. You look at it that they haven't played very well. They've lost 2 games in a row. Seahawks took a loss, took something out of them, and they need to get back on track and get sharp again. So I would expect them to just roll over.
Another thing about this game that I like, 2 days ago, Sean McVay announced that he is playing all of his starters in this game. He's not sitting anybody.
Yeah, so they're going for it. Yeah, they're going for
But let's talk about that. The Rams wide receiver Devontae Adams, hamstring likely out. Running back Blake Corum, ankle questionable. Offensive line Kevin Dotson and Alaric Jackson, ankle knee limited, did not practice. Several did not practice limited, but starters are expected with Stafford full. Cardinals are extremely banged up, league high attrition. Marvin Harrison Jr. out, season ending. Safety Keaton Crawford, ankle out. Safety Buda Baker, various limited, trending up. Edge Josh Sweat, ankle knee, did not practice. Multiple starters did not practice, including offensive line, secondary, and 9+ key absences. So they are banged up over there with the Cardinals.
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
Straight, by the way.
Devontae Adams, what is he, 35, 36 at this point? They're just going to leave him out and try to get that hamstring fixed. And, the guy leads the league in 1-yard touchdown receptions. So it's kind of like Sean Alexander in 2004 or whatever it was when he won the MVP, and he had 29 touchdowns and 22 of them were 1-yard runs. Same thing here, but they're going to save him for the playoffs. The Rams are, for sure.
Yeah, Blake Corum got hurt in that game against the Falcons also.
Yeah. I don't know how bad what did you say Blake Corum's status was?
Did not practice, right?
Yeah.
He has a ankle questionable. He's questionable to play.
Another guy who probably
ankle.
Yeah. The thing is, they don't need their top guys to win this game. Cardinals are so bad.
Yeah. Well, let's go through the stats real quick. Cardinals are 26-12 against the spread on the road. Cardinals are 8-25 straight up versus the NFC West. That's not good. Cardinals are 2-19 straight up versus the NFC West in November, December, and January. Regular season. Rams are 26-10 against the spread versus the NFC West if you take out the 49ers. The Rams are 18-8 against the spread off a short week, which means they played Monday Night Football. Rams are 18-8 against the spread. The Rams are 10-4 against the spread as a favorite. They are 9-2 against the spread as a road favorite. That shouldn't be there.
Yeah, they're at home, right?
Yeah, take that out. Bang, it's out. Rams are
11-3.
11-3 against the, yeah, take that out. I was falling
Wait a
asleep.
minute,
when I was
those
putting
are
this
both the
together.
same stat. Yeah.
Rams are 5-1 straight up.
Is this game in Tempe? Let me check.
Well, it's listed Cardinals at Rams, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's Cardinals at Rams. Yeah, the Rams are at home.
Yeah. Okay, disregard that. Rams are 18-4 against the spread in December. Overall, they're 8-3 straight up versus the Cardinals. Stafford is 17-4 straight up in December and January. Teams that played Monday Night Football the week before are 16-17 straight up and 14-18-1 against the spread the week after. Favorites of 4 points or more are 93-35-1 straight up. So
take the Rams, but don't give the points. Is that what you would do? I mean,
I like this game. I'm not crazy about the 7.5. I'd be willing to lay the 7.5 in this game. I just think the Rams are going to destroy the Cardinals, especially based on what Brian just gave as far as people not playing for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they've got their problems with health for sure. So, to talk about a team with problems with their health, let's talk about the Chiefs. Chiefs are giving, is that 5.5 to the Raiders in Vegas?
Yep. Chiefs 5.5. This game opened at 5.5. It's still 5.5. This is the second lowest over-under on the board. The over-under in this game is 36.5. They don't expect a lot of scoring in this game. Chiefs are 7-8 against the spread, but they are 5-0 straight up versus the Raiders in Vegas. Chiefs are 10-2 straight up versus the Raiders. Teams that played the Broncos the week before are 4-11 straight up the week after. Favorites of 4 points or more are 93, 35, and 1 straight up. Gino, we talk about this every other week. Gino is a miserable 7 and 16 and 1 against the spread at home.
Sorry.
Below not good.
Sub good.
Yeah, this is definitely a corner TV game. This is definitely a who gives a shit game.
I think I might go to this game. I just checked. There's tickets for $58.
I mean,
parking over at the Crazy Horse 3 costs you more than $58. I might go to this game just because the Seahawks will be done on Saturday night. You know, this season will be finished. I think
if they gave me $27 in a daiquiri, I wouldn't go watch this game.
Come on, Jim, come with us. Come on, we'll all go to the Raiders Chiefs game.
Wait, was that beverage you're talking about, Jim? Are you talking about a Dak Prescottery?
Wrong side of the country. But
Geno Smith's last game in a Raiders uniform. Come on,
Jim, are you in? Mike really wants to go.
Yeah, who's paying for the Uber, Mike? Because there's no parking.
Oh yeah, there is.
And don't tell me you can park at the strip club. You know they're taking pictures. They're taking pictures of your Volkswagen. And that strip club is going to have tow trucks lined up in the parking lot.
$40 across the street.
All right, one at a time. We're starting to sound like a CNN panel. Mike,
and
go ahead.
you can see boobs afterwards if you wanted to. 40. You get like free admission into Crazy Horse 3 if you park in there.
By the way, it is Gino's last game starting.
Football. Go ahead, Izzy.
I said it is Gino's last game starting in the NFL.
Maybe Pete's last game coaching. And Jim, here's the other thing. Now, I don't know if they do this at Allegiant like they did at SoFi, but we can go in and if we get there when they open the doors at 11:30, we can go to customer service and we can say Dave Bara, is crippled because he is handicapped, and see if we can get the upgraded handicap seating. We don't have to go all the way up to the 400 level where the $58 seats are. We might get really choice seats. Jim, you should seriously think about going with this. You should. I'm just saying. You want me to buy you a ticket, Jim? Come on.
I am one of the most dangerous people you know, Mike. I'm honest.
All right, let's move on to the Chiefs. I guess we finished Chiefs Raiders. Dolphins Patriots. I don't even care about the injury reports anymore. We're going to roll through them. Dolphins, Patriots giving 10.5.
This game opened at 10.5. It's still 10.5. Over under is 45.5. Game time temperature 31 degrees and partly cloudy. We all know how the Dolphins play in frigid temperatures. The Dolphins are 2-11 straight up in temperatures of 50 degrees or less. We know Tua is not playing, but still the Dolphins are 2-11 straight up in 50 degree or less weather. Dolphins are 8-3 straight up versus the Patriots. They are 3-1 straight up versus the Patriots in Foxborough straight up. The Dolphins are 13-26 against the spread as a dog. They are 2-18 straight up versus teams with winning records. But they play the Patriots well. Patriots are 12-1 straight up and 10-3 against the spread. Patriots are 22-6 against the spread as a double-digit favorite since 2015. Favorites of 4 points or more are 93, 35, and 1 straight up, and double-digit favorites are 21-18 against the spread and 38-4 straight up.
Dolphins have been playing better lately, though. They're saying that their head coach might be Mike McDonald might be coming to Cleveland. Who knows? Cleveland? Yeah, who knows? Coaching carousel. What do you guys think on this one? Anything you would bet?
So, Mike, are the Patriots got the division locked up?
They have the division. They do not have the conference locked up. They're not. The Broncos are going to get the number 1 seed because they're going to win easily. But the Patriots, I think this game is earlier in the day, so the Patriots have to play
to win. You play to win the game.
Yeah, this game kicks off at 1:25 our time. So
okay.
All these are afternoon games except the Steeler game.
Okay, it does.
I'll do this one. Running back Devon Achane monitored with injury. Wide receiver Jalen Waddle didn't practice early week. Linebackers Jordan Brooks, Chop Robinson, injuries and questionable. Safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, the dirtiest player ever to play in the NFL, is out as a non-participant. Good, go to hell. 10 more on the report. Patriots are healthier overall. Offensive tackle Will Campbell is returning full, and several did not practice with concussions, ankles, knees. Some starters questionable, but trending toward playable. Plan to field a healthy lineup. So it's injured versus healthy as well in favor of the Patriots.
Patriots win. I wouldn't touch it for anything, but I will continue to watch the development of Quinn Ewers.
Yeah,
I did like him coming out of college, so we'll see.
Former Buckeye and Texas Longhorn quarterback Quinn Ewers. Okay, Izzy, any thoughts on this one? Dolphins, Patriots? Meh.
Nothing at all.
There you go. Redskins, Eagles. Eagles giving
Eagles. There was an announcement last night. Sirianni is going to sit a lot of players in this game. Jalen Hurts is not going to play. This game opened at Eagles -7.5. It's been bet down all the way to Eagles -3.5. So there was Redskin money coming in, and which forced this number to come down. 38 degrees and partly cloudy at game time. Redskins are 19-17 against the spread. Redskins are 2-9 against the spread the last 11 road games. Eagles are 24-13 against the spread. Jalen Hurts 21-2 straight up as a home favorite. You can take that out since we just found out Hurts is not playing. Eagles are 3-2 straight up at home versus the Redskins. And the Eagles are 7-3 straight up the last 10 versus the Redskins.
So the Eagles can be either the 2 or the 3 seed still, but they have nothing really to play for. So they're doing the same thing that the Chargers are doing, which is that they're just going to rest all their important players, hopefully get Lane Johnson back, right, and aim for 2 weeks from now with the playoffs. If they win, they beat the Redskins, it's incidental. So,
yeah, they're saying resting key starters Hurts and others did not practice includes Lane Johnson foot, linebacker Nakobe Dean hamstring, tight end Dallas Goedert knee, OLB Jalen Phillips ankle. Relatively healthy core, but they're prioritizing the playoffs. And the Commanders don't want to win because they're 4-12, playing for draft position, but they're not going to be playing against many of the starters. So who knows? The very movable object meets the very stoppable force. I don't know who wins this game.
Looking at it right now, Washington, the Redskins are sitting at the 7th pick. Their pick is locked in because they're 2 games behind the Saints. So they're going to pick 7th overall no matter what. So there's no incentive for them to win.
So the Browns can't even scoot up? Because I know they're both 4-12.
Yeah, they're both 4-12.
I want them to be as low as in that group as possible.
The thing is, the teams in front of I think the Browns are locked into the 6th pick because Tennessee, the Jets, the Giants, Vegas, and Arizona all in front of them. They could possibly. I don't know. I don't know how they get I don't know what their tiebreakers are for the draft, but it looks to me like Cleveland's locked in at the 6th pick and Washington's locked in at the 7th. So,
okay. Any thoughts?
No.
Okay. It's that time of year. Ravens Steelers. Here's a very interesting game. We have a couple divisions in the league that have a lot of 8-8 teams. The whole NFC, with the exception of the Bears, but I mean the Packers and the Vikings and the Lions, they're all right around 8-8. And you have all of the AFC South. They're right around the same roughly 500 level. Either they all suck or they just beat each other up. This will be an interesting game. Ravens are giving 3.5 to the Steelers in Pittsburgh. That's it. That's kind of interesting to me. I don't know that I buy that. What do you say?
Yeah, this is my favorite game of the week.
Oh, your Zeppelin of the same.
I'm not going to call it a lead pipe lock of the week, but it is my favorite game, and I will bet this game. I like this game a lot. Game time temperature 27 degrees and cloudy. This is the Sunday night game. I think the high in Pittsburgh on Sunday is supposed to be 31 degrees. So kickoff is going to be Eastern time, which would be 8:20 p.m. So it's going to be cold. The Ravens are a 3.5 point favorite. This game opened at 3.5. It's still 3.5. Over under is 41.5. The Ravens are 6-10 against the spread this year. Lamar is 30-14 straight up, and we expect Lamar to play in this game. Lamar Jackson is 16-1 straight up week 15 through 18. Steelers are 22-10 and 3 straight up as a home dog. They are 14-7 against the spread at home. The Steelers are 27-12-2 straight up as a dog versus their own division. Steelers are 10-4-2 against the spread when getting 3 points or more at home. Steelers are 4-1 straight up at home versus the Ravens. The Steelers are 9-3 the last 12 games straight up versus the Ravens. The Steeler-Raven rivalry, when these two teams play each other, the underdog in these games is 18-3-1 against the spread. That is a huge number.
They outperform.
And I love the half point. So my play in this game would be Steelers plus 3.5. Home dog M tough.
Before we get Mike's opinion, we'll say Lamar Jackson, back contusion, full practice, confirms playing, said, quote, "I'm going to be out there." Offensive tackle Ronnie Staley, linebacker Roquan Smith with a hamstring, wide receiver Rashad Bateman illness, linebacker Kyle Van Noy quad, didn't practice but trending up, relatively healthy run game on the Steelers. They have a heavy list. Edge TJ Watt with a punctured lung, limited practice, questionable but pushing to return. DK Metcalf out for the second game with a suspension. Tight end Darnell Washington, broken arm out. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers, wrist full and playable. Multiple limited. Wide receiver Calvin Austin the third with a hamstring. Lineman Isaac Seumalo triceps, and cornerbacks with calf and groin injuries. Mr. Mike.
Well, I'm just looking at TJ Watt, and it looks like he's going to play because I'm looking at him beating the shit out of some bags and stuff, and he seems normal. But no DK. I don't know. I like the Ravens in this game. I gave them 3.5 just to boost my ticket a little bit. I like them to win this game. And I just think they're a lot better team than the Steelers. So we'll see. What was the game time temperature going to be, Brian?
27 degrees.
Yeah, so it's going to be a tough winter weather game. It ought to be a tough game, but I mean, I think as
we're all used to in the AFC North, we all play outdoors.
Yeah, well, I think the difference in this game ultimately will be Lamar.
The AFC Central.
The AFC Central. There you go.
Used to be, yeah. By the way, the Browns haven't won a division title since 1989. That's fucking insane. That is insane.
Oh, that's Dallas Cowboys.
What are you talking about?
1989 is the last time the Browns have won their division.
Yeah, why'd you bring that up, though?
Well, because we're talking about the AFC North, the Ravens and the Steelers and the Bengals.
And they're one of the 4 teams that have never been to the Super Bowl.
Yes, good times. Yeah, I don't know on this one. I feel like being at home is going to matter. Lamar being dinged up matters. TJ Watt maybe coming back might matter. I
mean,
played good as of late, and putting in 4 touchdowns for Derrick Henry won a lot of people their fantasy football playoffs. By the way, congrats to everybody out there who won the fantasy football playoffs. But I think the Steelers might win this. Izzy?
yeah, I don't know. The way I'm looking at it is who has a better running back for this kind of weather, and Derrick Henry seems to be the better back.
As long as he holds on to the ball.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yep.
All right. Is that the final game of the week then? Did we any straggling games? Is that the end?
Yes.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and pull this off the screen. Ask you all to make sure you're following. Hit like, hit subscribe, share the show with a friend. I guess now we'll go to our picks. We are getting close. I'm within a couple of points, and Jim is in between myself and Mike. So anything can happen. It all hinges on this week. Well, I guess not. But it's going to be only a few games after this. So who is ready to start with their Mike is ready. You have it on the screen. Let's go to Mr. Mike Bara. Follow him at seahawkboymikeb and Mike Bara 333. Just hit 3 until you're done. All right, you are 163 and 93. You're currently leading our
just
group.
Barely.
Right?
Just barely though. But
Jim is how many games behind you?
I don't know.
Because I am 5 games back at 158 and 198.
Yeah, Jim.
I am 161 and 95.
He's only 2 games behind me.
All right, so there's going to be some separation games. One of them, I think, is Carolina, Tampa. I'm taking the Panthers. I think they go in and win the game. Seahawks, just because they're my team, they're my boys. It's going to be an interesting game, and it'll probably make me insane. But that you got to finish the season against a good team. It could go either way. It's a pick'em game for me, but I'm taking the Seahawks. Cleveland at Cincinnati. I got to go with the Bengals. They just have better talent. I think Dallas really boat races the Giants and runs them off the field. Packers, Minnesota. Packers don't need this game. Jordan Love's not playing. I'm going to take the Vikings, I think, to change that one. Colts and Houston. Houston does need the game. They win. New Orleans, Atlanta. Atlanta's won 3 in a row. I'm going to bet on finish the season with 4 in a row. Jacksonville, Tennessee, Jaguars all day. Rams at Cardinals, Rams all day. Bears at Lions. Bears need it. Lions don't. Bears probably win. In that case, the thing about Detroit is I don't detect a lot of fight in the Lions. A couple years ago, they were out of the playoffs, really helped the Seahawks. They went in and beat the Packers in the last game of the season. I don't feel like I detect that level of fight with them this year. So Kansas City at Vegas, I think I'm going to go to this game. And Jim, you should come with me. And I think the Chiefs are going to win that one, even though it's going to be a terrible game. Denver and the Chargers. The Chargers have already run the surrender white flag up, so Denver's winning that one. New England beats Miami. Buffalo beats New York. Philly beats Washington. Do they? Yeah, they do. Baltimore, Pittsburgh. I am betting the Ravens, and I am taking the Ravens. That's it.
All right. Yeah, there might be some room for separation here. All right. Those are Mike's picks leading the league. Jim, would you like to share your screen? Let's see if we got that out of Jim. Izzy might go caveman style. We're going to find out in just a moment. He says, yes, he will. There is Jim Mitchell's screen. All right. Yeah, Jim is 161 and 95. We will add him to our overall leaderboard as one of these days. I swear to you, one of these days.
Okay. I will take Tampa Bay to go ahead and attempt to win the division here. I'll take Seattle over the 49ers. I like Cincinnati over the Browns. I will take Dallas to comfortably beat the Giants. I like the Vikings over Green Bay. I will take the Texans to beat the Colts. I like the Saints to go in and beat Atlanta. I will take Jacksonville against the Titans. I think the Rams win comfortably over the Cardinals based on what McVay said. I will take the Bears to beat the Lions. I think the Chiefs beat the Raiders. The Raiders are just miserable at home. They're just miserable overall. I will take the Broncos to comfortably win against San Diego based on what Harbaugh is doing this week. The Patriots will beat the fair weather Dolphins. They cannot play in cold weather. I'll take the Bills to beat the Jets, and I don't know, the Eagles Redskin game. I'm going with the Eagles, and I think the Steelers getting 3.5. I think they cover the 3.5, and I think they win the game.
All right. 161 and 95. We're all within about 5 points here, except for Izzy, who forgot to do a week, right? Izzy did it not caveman style. You did it, I don't know. Never heard of football style. So let's go ahead and swing it back around. Your record on the year is a little different, but it is largely because of that. On the leaderboard, it shows you're 130 and 26, but that is 0 and 14 for an entire week. So you could have been a little different there at 144, still a little back, but all right. Izzy, switching the screen. Let's see who he's taking. Looks like you're starting with Carolina, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Panthers. I've been saying hot and cold. Bryce Young's going to go out there and win. Seattle, San Francisco. I believe Seattle's going to win that one. Cleveland, Cincinnati. I'm going to take Cincinnati just because I don't think Cleveland has it in them. Dallas, New York. Dallas is going to win that one. Indianapolis, Houston. I'm going to take Houston. Green Bay, Minnesota. I have no idea who the quarterback is for Green Bay, but I'll take him just for it because Max Brosmer, he is some hot garbage. New Orleans, Atlanta. As much as this is a tough game just because Tyler Shuck will be playing, but I'll probably take Atlanta, Tennessee, Jacksonville. The Jaguars are going to win. Detroit, Chicago, Los Angeles, Arizona, the Rams. Los Angeles, Denver. I'm going to take Denver. New York, Buffalo, Miami, New England, Washington, Philadelphia, because their backup quarterback is really, really good. I like them a lot. Kansas City, Las Vegas. Man, I don't know. I mean, the Raiders stink, but Kansas City stinks without what's his name, Mahomes. So I'll take the Raiders for the first time this year in Baltimore, Pittsburgh. I'm gonna take B more in Maryland, the Ravens.
All right. There's Izzy's list there, and then I got mine. I got a chance to maybe make up some very necessary room the last big week with a whole ton of teams going. So I'm going to go ahead and take Tampa Bay. Hot and cold. Well, I think it's time for them to be hot. Unfortunately, they lost. Having this game mean everything that it's supposed to and having it in their control. Now they have to scoreboard watch. Not ideal, but I think they're going to have enough to pull this out, especially at home. Seattle, San Francisco. This is tough. I'm going to come back to that. Cleveland, Cincinnati. I'm taking Cleveland. I just think they're actually the better team. This year's been a weird one. It's in Cincinnati, but Ohio fans travel well, and we want to see Myles Garrett get the sack record, so something matters. Dallas, New York. Dallas is sad, and New York is on the rise. I think New York's going to get this win here. Green Bay, Minnesota. I'm going to take the Packers. A surprising 8-8 Vikings team. Houston, Indianapolis. I'm going to go ahead and take the Texans. New Orleans, Atlanta. I say New Orleans wins under the revitalized offense with Tyler Shuck. Even though Chris Olave's out, I think New Orleans will get the win. Tennessee, Jacksonville. Jacksonville should easily win. I hope they don't, though, for double reasons: for draft position with the Titans and because we own the Jacksonville pick, us being the Cleveland Browns, of course. The Rams are going to beat the Cardinals. Chicago is going to whoop the Lions. Vegas is going to beat Kansas City. Kansas City is just mailing it in. They don't want to be here. They want to regroup, lick their wounds, and start over. They're at 6-10. They want draft picks. Vegas wants something to fight for, fighting for their jobs. Dude, I'm picking the Raiders. Denver should win this one easily since they're resting all their starters. Miami's going to pull off an upset here against New England and get this win. New York, Buffalo, Bills. I'm going to go with another upset with the Jets. I don't know. Buffalo has really been playing Russian roulette a lot of these games. 11 wins, but a lot of those are what you may call lucky wins. Washington, Philly. Philly should get that win easy. And Baltimore, Pittsburgh. I mean, Baltimore's played really, really, really good as of late. And Pittsburgh, they lost to the Browns. That's never a good sign. But I do think they're going to have just enough to get the win. That's why I'm going to pick the Steelers. And those are my picks, fellas. All right. It's our final regular season week. I'm excited for it. The postseason is ready to be. We'll just say it. The postseason has begun. All these games matter in the way that they do. 4 teams battling for 2 final spots. We'll send it around the horn for final thoughts. Mr. Mike Bara.
Well, I'm excited. You know, you don't have a team that's good enough to play for the number 1 seed very often. And it's all going to just depend on Sam Darnold for the Seahawks game. I'll know the results Saturday night. And, I'm looking forward to that. And we'll see if they're contenders or pretenders.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited. And, it ought to be an interesting weekend of football to a certain extent. There are 3 important games and a few other. Looks like all the playoff seeding, everybody's just kind of conceding. A lot of teams are just going to tank it. So be kind of a weird weekend. Sunday will be a weird day.
Yeah, indeed. Saving the quote of the day from Jim Mitchell last. Ez'Ryel Pickens, what say you this final regular season week of the NFL, as well as the college football playoffs? What is the update over there while we're recording this? Indiana's up 10-0 on Alabama.
Yeah, Indiana just scored a touchdown. The Indiana head coach, he's making some questionable facial expressions, but it's pretty funny. But as far as regular football, NFL football, interesting season, to be honest. Nothing too crazy, but some teams just need some vital wins coming up this week, and those will be the most interesting games out of the week coming up. So,
absolutely, super excited for it. Jim Mitchell has a wonderful quote of the day.
I like the questionable facial expression.
I know it's
that's
very
top,
expressive.
Top notch, Danny.
It's an expressive term. Yeah.
Well said.
I'm looking forward to this because my job gets a lot easier. Not as much arithmetic to do. We're down to 4 games now over the weekend. So, just a word to the wise. 10 games last week, the dogs covered the spread. 10 out of 16 dogs covered last week. And we probably expect that same number this week, if not higher. Word to the wise, keep your money in your pocket this week.
Ooh, that's what Vegas does not want to hear. And that's exactly why
I am not spending a lot of money betting football this week.
You're sitting this way. It's just so weird when you have so little to play for with so many injuries. Last game of the year, if you're out, that's just throw everything out the window. It's how do you even predict? Are you serious though, Mike? You're going to go to the game? You're definitely going to go? You're definitely going to try to do
Yeah, I mean, if I can go to an NFL game for $60, I'm pretty sure Dave Bara will go with me. And Jim, I wish you'd come. I'll drive. We'll park. It's a short walk in, and we might be able to get handicap accessible seating for a reasonable fee. They didn't charge us anything.
You know, my daughter Angie usually waits to the last minute, and she gets tickets like at half, 1/4 price.
Yeah.
Angie and Dave do that. So we'll talk about it over pizza and beer Saturday evening.
I kind of want to make the commitment today, but okay, we'll do about it. We'll talk about it on Saturday.
All right. We'll talk about it today then.
All right. And you know, I mean, the chance to mock Gino and Pete one last time in person is just something I can't pass up.
I love the pettiness. We're here for the pettiness.
Pettiness, yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Izzy?
That's called a hate watch.
Hate watch, yeah.
Hate watch. Yep.
Well, I just want to, you know, again, I just want to see, you know, 3rd and 11. It's 3rd and 11. The Raiders are on defense, and I just want to see for one last time the tight end getting wide open over the middle with nobody within 20 yards of him on 3rd down. Just one last time, Pete, for old time's sake. I want to see that happen again because you can't figure out how to cover the tight end in 3rd and long.
Yeah, that is a natural turf field, so I can just sit there and watch the grass grow, right?
There you go.
And on that note, we'll pause it for now. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us on Strictly Football. Follow everybody in all the places. We appreciate you. We love you. And we will talk to you again soon. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Eric Metcalf, and you're watching Unhappy Hour.
New American Media is proud to present a division of the Unhappy Hour Sports Show, Strictly Football.